Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little bit confused with this story and a little bit conflicted because it involves a father. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say some things that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities, and the story is going to have some details that might bother you. If you can't handle that, this might not be the podcast for you. That is your official disclaimer. I'm going to say some things, okay? This father, in my opinion, is a thug. I will tell you why in a little bit, but nonetheless, he's still a father. And Clayton County Police are currently looking for this 3-year-old baby boy, that beautiful child that you guys see right there on the left-hand side of my screen. He has been kidnapped by his non-custodial biological father at gunpoint. Let's break that sentence down. Non-custodial. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have rights to his kid. All that means is that his child doesn't live with him. He is not legally on paper as splitting custody or have a court order for joint custody. That's all that means. He's the biological father of this child. He does have rights. Okay? But that's all non-custodial means. He's the biological father, but the part that makes this even more messed up is they're saying that he took his child at gunpoint. First and foremost, how did it get to this point, and why would you have to try to take your child at gunpoint? And if you give that much of a damn about your kid, why would you hold the child's mother at gunpoint? I'm sorry, but that's never going to work out for you. To all the fathers, non-custodial fathers out there, that's always going to end badly for you, period. If you want the quickest way to ruin your life, do like what this dummy did. Police say that Kashif Brooks kidnapped his 3-year-old Jashawn Wynn. That's the name of his son, Jashawn Wynn. Kidnapped his son just before 5:30 p.m. Tuesday from their home along Tigris Court in College Park in Georgia. Investigators say that Brooks got into a fight with the child's mom and he took the boy. But why would you also, on top of that, need to take him at gunpoint? I just don't understand. Officers say that they were able to contact him and he agreed to return the child to the boy's mother, but he hasn't done it as of right now. Jashawn is described as a 3-year-old black male with brown eyes, black hair, about 3 foot tall, weighs about 40 pounds. He's 3 years old and weighs 40 pounds. And I want y'all to think about the last story we just told about the 7-year-old boy that weighed 37 pounds, 3 pounds less from being starved, but just throwing that out there for comparison's sake. He was last seen wearing a Spider-Man shirt, gray and black sweatpants, and no shoes. Warrants have been issued for Brooks on charges of kidnapping, aggravated assault, and terroristic threats. Sheesh. If anybody knows where Jashawn is, they are asked to call Clayton County Police at 770-477-3550. I hope he does the right thing, because even though this is your son legally, you do have rights, but you can't do illegal things to capture your rights as a father. I want y'all to also notice that he has a huge neck tattoo. When I say a thug, you walk like a thug, talk like a thug, and behave like a thug. So guess what we're going to call you? We're going to call you a thug. So what does that also mean? That means that the mother procreated with a thug bug. What did you expect? The mom couldn't handle the thug that she decided to have a child by, then turn around and call the police on her thug when you know what his thug ways are? That is very interesting. That's a very interesting dynamic, that you want a man, a father to your child, that don't follow the law, not a law-abiding citizen, probably don't have a reputable job. Then you want to turn around and call the same police that y'all get mad and say that the police don't do their job, the police need to be defunded. They always killing black men in the street, according to what they say, right? what Black Lives Matter say, but y'all gonna call that same police, and then the police show up, and next thing you know, oh man, we need to march for him and go fund me and justice for Kashif and this and that, right? It's funny how that works. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Look, all I'm saying, I'm not saying put your child in danger, but what I'm saying is, why are you having children with people who are going to put your children in danger to begin with? You know this man's lifestyle. Don't act like you're brand new, Mom. Let's go.
Police are also searching for a 3-year-old boy kidnapped from a home in College Park almost 24 hours ago. Clayton County police say Jashawn Wynn was taken from his mother at gunpoint by the baby's father, Kashif Brooks. Police say they made contact with Brooks, who said he would bring the child back, but he still hasn't. If you see either him or the child, call police right away.
One more time, because this is the only news video I could find.
Police are also searching for a 3-year-old boy kidnapped from a home in College Park almost 24 hours ago. Clayton County police say Jashawn Wynn was taken from his mother at gunpoint by the baby's father, Kashif Brooks. Police say they made contact with Brooks, who said he would bring the child back, but he still hasn't. If you see either him or the child, call police right away.
So again, to the biological mother, she knows who she is. She's going to hear this, so I'm going to speak to you. You know what type of baby daddy that you chose. You chose your thug. You know that this boy be out here probably busting caps and selling drugs and doing all kind of other stuff. He just, tattoos on the neck to me just don't signify somebody who's working a regular 9 to 5 like most people are and most people should, doing reputable things. If he had a gun, if he beat you up and took your kid and kidnapped y'all child in this vicious manner, then that sounds like a thug. I could be wrong, but it sounds like Mom went to the thug zoo and got mad at her thug lion for misbehaving, when that's in the thug lion's nature to do this, right? But I will say this in defense of this young man. So I will call him a thug, but on the other hand, I'm going to call him on the flip side because I'm fair. He is a father. He's a young father. Y'all can look that boy in the face. He's a boy to me. I'm a lot older than him. But he seems like a young man, a young father. And if you're going to play the role as a father, if you act like you care about your son, which I believe he does, then there are ways that you go about it. You can't act illogically. And I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of these young men don't grow up with fathers. So they have an impossible time trying to navigate their emotions because all they had was their mamas. They didn't have their dads, and their dads didn't have dads, and their dads didn't have dads. So it's impossible for them to understand how a man should behave and keep his emotions in check and learn how to deal with the women that you have sex with, get in these relationships and have kids with. On the flip side, these women don't have examples of fathers in their life. Therefore, they get these hyper-masculine men and don't know how that men should actually behave. And they think that men should be wild and crazy, acting a fool, and everybody's scared of them. And they're like, ooh, I want that in my life. Maybe he'll protect me. Maybe he'll be good for me. These type of women always think that they can change these type of dudes and keep them tame. They want their wild thug, but they want their wild thug to be under their control, thinking that that thing that they got between their legs is going to keep that man in check. And they're finding out nowadays it ain't going to last long. Temporary feeling. Especially if one woman wants this man, made a baby by this man, then guess what? That means other women want him too. And especially knowing the fact that these men are outnumbered by these women, and more women were going to end up without a man than those who do have a man and have a husband in their life. then it means that they're going to end up sharing men. They're going to end up sharing thugs because there's going to be a shortage on thugs. Why? Because the thugs are killing each other. The thugs are in jail. And then especially in Georgia, Atlanta specifically, you got a lot of these dudes that like dudes. You got a lot of these dudes that like dudes, and all that means is they're going to be less picking for the women. And I know some women who just moved to Atlanta and are finding that harsh reality that, oh, damn, there really ain't no men out here for us out here, struggling out there, sharing the same men. Most of these men got enough time, stamina, and energy, and some of them got money in order to be 3, 4, 5 women over, just because it's that much of a shortage. But that don't mean you have to sell yourself short either. That don't mean you have to settle either. Settling is not necessarily a bad thing, but you don't have to settle for somebody who is not up to the standards of being a good and great father and an example. Because what he is, he will turn around and pass that down to his son. So here's what I hope. I hope that this young man, this young father, would do the right thing. You made a mistake. You acted a damn fool. You showed your naked behind. You're going to get spanked in the courts. You better hope that that woman has some love for you, and maybe she don't want to press full charges against you. Say it was a misunderstanding, and after that, this is a wake-up call for you to go the straight and narrow. Because the police and the courts and the judges are going to just see you as, hey, we need to fill up these private prisons. So what you going to do? You going to make us business? Make us some residual income? Or you going to get your shit together and live your life for something that matters more than your own life? Your legacy, your son. He needs a good and great example, a father. And as long as you got breath in your body, you got time to turn it around. In this world, in the technology age, there is no excuse for people to be broke nowadays, especially when you could pick up a cell phone and learn how to do media, learn how to make content, learn how to be entertaining, or start a business online. There's so many things that you can do nowadays. There are jobs that you can work from home. Some of these jobs you could work from home from a damn tablet. Hello? Lots of jobs, lots of opportunities, lots of chances to live the straight and narrow, stay out of the streets, and be a good example. You've made a choice to bring this child into this world, and now you need to make a choice to provide and give this child the best opportunity. Give this child something maybe you didn't have. You didn't have a dad. It's clear and evident based on your behavior. Give that kid a dad. I don't think this is the end of this young man's life. I don't. I think he has an opportunity to become a good father and eventually become a great father. But I got to hope and pray that he sees my video, listens to my voice, listens to a father that didn't have it all right from the jump, but eventually learned to become a better person. I'm far from perfect. Trust me. But every day I strive to be a great example for my daughter, provide for my daughter, and stay out of trouble for my daughter, even if not for myself. Care about something more than yourself, young man, all right? Do the right thing. Turn that kid in. Get you a lawyer. Get you some private counsel. Don't depend on the public pretenders. Public defenders. Get you a lawyer, an attorney, and then turn around and get you a family attorney. If you really want to see your son, do it the right way. Get it on paper. Okay? And I hope you and the mom can figure this out, work it out. Because guess what? This story is like many people's stories. This ain't a black story. This ain't a Mexican story. This ain't a white story. This is an American story. Even police officers, I've seen them have to battle with their wives, with their girlfriends, with their baby mamas. Entertainers, same thing. It's a struggle that too many people can relate to, okay? So I hope that he listens to this, and hopefully he does the right thing. Turn your life around. You got time. Turn the kid in. Hope the kid is safe. Thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind, as well as an open heart. From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank y'all for listening. DJ Judge Day with the AFC. We advocate for children first. All right? Keep the prayers up. We'll see you guys on the next stream. Peace.